मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय आविराविर्मयेधि रुद्रयत्ते दक्षिणन्मुखं तेन मां पाहि नित्यम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Lead us from darkness, lead us from the real, unreal to the real, lead us from darkness unto light, lead us from death to immortality. May we always be presented with your gracious face. Peace, peace, peace be our principle.
This devotional song is written and composed by Rabindranath Tagore, and the brief meaning of this song is: O my divine guide, my beloved, my very own companion of my journey through life forever and more. You are there in my fulfillment and in freedom, in captivity too. My ultimate joy and sorrow, you lead me in life as you will in death. I find your hand in each action I take. You are the one that keeps me going. From the world I have gathered you to my heart. Your play is without end or beginning, as it renews me eternally.
I'm reading from the book The Way to God as taught by Sri Ramakrishna by Swami Lokeshwarananda. The chapter is The Kalmi Creeper. Here it is written, all of you are coming here again. When you pull one part of the Kalmi creeper, all the branches come towards you. When the avatar comes to earth, he does not come alone. Just as a king does not move about without his retinue, so it is with God. When he descends to earth, he brings his companions with him. We see this in the lives of Sri Krishna, Buddha, Jesus Christ, Sri Chaitanya, in all the avatars. Sri Ramakrishna was not an exception. He brought with him a group of men and women. Such persons can't be compared to ordinary people. They were all extraordinary. Sri Ramakrishna was eager to see them and felt attracted to each one at first sight. That person would think, who have I come to? We seem to have known each other after a long time. Why is it that my own parents' love seems trifling compared to Sri Ramakrishna's love? They did not know then that their lives were inseparably connected with his. But Sri Ramakrishna knew. These men and women had been his companions in birth after birth, his own relatives. And now they were all together again. They seemed to be actors in a drama in which the avatar himself played the leading role. Sri Ramakrishna here was the hero in the play, and everyone else played the supporting roles of different characters. One was great, that was his role to play. Another was seemingly insignificant. He played that role. But everyone took part in the play. The life, character, and the fundamental message of the hero were clearly brought out by the harmonized performance of all. Here Swamiji said, with the coming of Sri Ramakrishna, the Satya Yuga, the age of truth, has begun. He said further, there will be an awakening of Shudras, the lower classes. Those who are weak and oppressed today will come to power. He also predicted the rise of women, which we see happening all over the world today. We don't know the future, but we know that with the coming of Sri Ramakrishna, a new age has begun. Though it may not be apparent, any work that is deep, lasting, great, does not advertise itself. So it is often not noticed. We are amazed finding flowers in the morning that were not there before. In the night, dew came while we were all sleeping and made the flowers bloom. Sri Ramakrishna's influence is like that dew. Unknown to most, he works in silence. His coming has silently ushered in a new age. And can any words describe him? He was truly incomparable. He is only like himself. Utterly unique. Yes, right.
topic today is our guiding lights. I'll explain what I mean by that. Recently, we are this year celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Vedanta Society. Recently, we had a wonderful program in which we saw a lot of inspiring presentations, some of them by our own devotees, our group here, and it was very inspiring to see that. But thinking more about the whole occasion, we saw, by the way, during the program, we saw some beautiful photographs going back many years, and that was touching to remember some of the wonderful and happy moments that we shared together with the Swamis over the last number of years. But actually, I think it's also a good time to reflect a little bit more deeply, not just about the events, but what they meant to us, how they've been shaping our lives, shaping the lives of our families, who we were, and who we are now, and where we're going. All of these are, I think, appropriate things to reflect on when we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Vedanta Society. This kind of reflection, of course, is largely, to be effective, is personal, because each of us will be affected in different ways. Each of us will have taken a different trajectory. But there are some aspects of it that are common to us and that we can reflect on together. Nevertheless, I would say that whatever comments or reflections I may make today, it's meant only as an incentive for everyone to take up their pen and their notebook and make their own reflection on what has happened in the last 50 years through the Vedanta Society that has transformed them and their lives. And I repeat that sometimes these reflections, when you make them, they can be quite subtle, meaning that they can be quite meaningful to you. They can be perhaps also meaningful to people close to you. But if you were to pronounce it, if you were to speak it out, the world may not see the significance of it. So these things are subtle. That doesn't mean they're any less valuable. They're very valuable. But that's why the best reflection, the most serious reflection, is done in private, in the company of yourself. Sri Ramakrishna had an expression that one should chew the cud. I don't know what it is in Bengali. He says when you go on pilgrimage, what's the point of going on pilgrimage? You should come back and you should reflect on what you have seen and what you've heard. So just as cows go to graze, they eat a lot of grass and then they come and sit quietly and chew that grass and re-chew it several times so that it digests properly. So similarly, we all feel that we've had so many wonderful experiences over the last 50 years or how many ever years we've been associated with the society. And so this kind of reflection is absolutely essential in getting the full benefit of that. The society was founded in 1968, that's 50 years ago, by three people whose names are known to many of us: Arvind Menon, Professor Ramaswamy, and Mr. Senatharaja. I was happy to see that Professor Ramaswamy and Mr. Senatharaja were actually present with us at the 50th anniversary. Dr. Menon passed away, I believe, in 1994. But he was a wonderful person, and I remember when I first moved to Toronto, I spent many hours talking to him about Vedanta and philosophy and life. It's also important, so they felt the need that to have some sort of organization by which they could pursue the study of Vedanta. It's interesting that in the West, branches of the Ramakrishna Mission are called Vedanta societies and not Ramakrishna Mission. Firstly, the word Vedanta itself, what does it mean? It comes from the root vid, which means to know. Vidya is knowledge, or Veda is that which is known, also knowledge. Veda is knowledge, and Vedanta means the culmination of knowledge. Culmination of knowledge is wisdom. You may know many things, but when it matures, when it fructifies in one's life, then it is wisdom. Sometimes people qualify that with spiritual wisdom. But really, I wonder whether any further qualification is needed. All wisdom is spiritual. And the essential point about Vedanta is that it has to be, it speaks of a truth that is universal, eternal, and impersonal. That is, it's not bound in space or time, and it's not colored by the idiosyncrasies of our own mind. Universal, eternal, and impersonal. But impersonal not in the sense that it's unfeeling, but in the sense that it includes all personalities, plus more. So this is the meaning of Vedanta, and I guess it was Swami Vivekananda's insight that when he first started the center in New York, which was the first center in the West, and then the center in San Francisco, he called it Vedanta Society. And that name has been adopted by all the centers in the West. And so when the Toronto Center was being started, at that time it wasn't affiliated with Ramakrishna Mission, but still these people, Arvind Menon and Ramaswamy and Sinadiraja, gave it the name Vedanta Society of Toronto. Actually, it was the second organization they started. The first organization ran into some serious trouble, and so they abandoned it, and so Vedanta Society was founded after that. Now, the reason Swami Vivekananda used this kind of name rather than Ramakrishna Mission is that from the beginning, actually, Ramakrishna as a personality was not emphasized at all. His teachings were there, but as a personality, he was not emphasized with at all. Things have changed a lot. I mean, things have changed quite a bit in the last 100 plus years since Swami Vivekananda. Firstly, the demographics have changed a lot. At that time, the diaspora was quite small, and most of those who were attracted to Vedanta were from the local population. Well, we're still local population, but the composition is much different, and there is a huge diaspora. This is a statement of fact. It's neither good nor bad, it's just the way it is. But the important thing is the Vedanta Society serves a purpose. It serves a community and gives that community guidance and help and meaning. So we're called the Vedanta Society of Toronto. I want to point out that there was a strong University of Toronto connection from the very beginning. 2 of the 3 founders were from the university. That's something I think we need to recognize and probably build and strengthen as we go forward. Again, not through personalities, but through the ideas and the teachings. Swami Vivekananda, as you know, in his talks in Chicago, was clear to emphasize that Vedanta will make a Hindu a better Hindu, but they'll also make a Christian a better Christian, and a Buddhist a better Buddhist, and an atheist a better atheist, and an agnostic a better agnostic. Meaning, it intensifies, it makes you question and intensify and make more meaningful whatever your perspective is on life. And that is, I think, that should be our approach as well, not to stress personalities, but to stress the universal, the eternal, and the impersonal aspect of Vedanta, and let people choose whatever personality they want in terms of to manifest those qualities. Now, I thought that as the Vedanta Society slowly grew, that fledgling organization grew, I thought it would be worth recalling some of the great swamis that helped shape the organization from the beginning. And it was their love and dedication and hard work and effort, together with that of the devotees, that made the society what it is. So I will try to mention a few of them. Some I knew better than others, and so I'll spend more time on those, but I will try to mention as many as I can in the time given. The first and foremost, I believe, is Swami Bhashyananda. He was head of the Chicago Center. Swami Bhashyananda was an excellent speaker, a scholar, and his most earliest, maybe the earliest that you ever saw him would be in the film that was made about Swami Vivekananda by the National Film Board, the Indian government, in which he's the narrator. So you hear his voice throughout. And you also see him on stage late in that movie where the group is singing the Arati Khandana song. So he was an excellent speaker and a scholar, and he knew how to express himself very well. He was a student of Swami Virajananda, who was a direct disciple of Swami Vivekananda. By the way, other disciples of Swami Virajananda also played an important role. Swami Shraddhananda of Southern California, Sacramento Center was a disciple of Swami Virajananda, and our own Swami Pramodhananda was also from Swami Virajananda. Interesting thing about Swami Bhashyananda was that how his way he expressed spiritual life was not in terms of rejection of anything. So he made a point of telling us about his parents, about his family life in his family, that his parents were very loving. He became a monk with their permission, with their blessings. And he was very happy about that. And he used to say, if I am who I am today, it's because I was cut from very good cloth. He used expressions like that. So he was very grateful to them. He had a natural ability to manage large groups of people. It's one thing to do something for yourself. That's, relatively speaking, easier than to get other people to do the same thing. To coordinate a group and get them to cooperate with you, cooperate with each other, and do something, that's a little bit harder. But he seemed to have that ability. He was very inclusive in everything that he did. I heard from devotees who went to Chicago from here that when they would have their monthly Ram Nam or Shiv Nam, every person would get some instrument. Even if it's a trifling instrument like something to shake or something to make noise with. And everybody would have to participate. And he didn't really care whether people were musicians or not, whether they could. One devotee told me she was given the conch. She had no idea who were the conch. But it didn't matter. As long as they felt included and were part of what was going on. So Ram Nam was like that, Shiv Nam was like that. Sometimes they used to say the sort of discordant harmony, as it were, that was produced by all these amateurs trying to play these instruments. It was sort of like Shiva and his ganas, The Shiva is sitting there calmly, and then all these people around them are quite animated, they're trying to do their thing. But that's the kind of thing. Or was it Rama and his monkeys? One of those two. He always had a smile, at least when we saw him. Always had a smile. And actually, I saw him near the end of his life, his earthly life, and even then he always had a smile. So not so much by words, but by who he was, he told us, never be gloomy. There's no reason to be gloomy. He also explicitly told this, I heard from the devotees, that you should never give up on the goal. Never give up on the goal. That no matter what difficulties may come, you must keep trying. And the third thing he would tell many people is keep a regular schedule. In your daily habits, keep a regular schedule. Regular schedule, you see, what it does is it eliminates some of the problems that can arise in my indecision. Should I do this? Should I not do this? That kind of indecision actually weakens us. By keeping a regular schedule, that gets eliminated. So these are three of many teachings, but three things that stood out from what I heard about him and what I myself saw. That never be gloomy, always have a smile, never give up on your goal, keep trying, and try to keep a regular schedule. He made many visits to Toronto and encouraged the devotees, the fledgling group, and that gave the group structure. He had, by the way, this also a knack of being very, as fully regarded, was very inclusive and encouraging. So devotees came to him, a large number of devotees slowly started to come together to the Chicago Center, and some of them he identified as people who would be taking spirituality a little bit more seriously. He trained them, and eventually they became swamis. And with this group, which is sort of homegrown, because to get a swami from Burma is very hard, but with this homegrown group of swamis, he was able to expand the center. So there was this retreat in Ganga, which still exists. It was an amazing place. That was built by all of these devotees that assembled around him in Chicago. So an amazing person, translated great spiritual depth, but had the ability to translate that spiritual depth into evolving an organization around him, each person of which felt they were an important part, and each was able to contribute to the goal. So then, with that going on, finally in 1968, the society was formally inaugurated, and then another Swami appeared on the scene. It was very important, Swami Ranganathananda. Ranganathananda is known to many of you, a very eloquent speaker, a very knowledgeable person, very disciplined person. He used an expression, I wasn't there in 68, but I Menon told me, he used an expression in that inaugural talk when the society was formed. He actually phrased it as a warning. He warned them that you've caught a tiger by the tail. Don't let go. So, what you could reflect on what he meant by that. But the point is, Vedanta is a very, very powerful force. Once it enters into your life, it will have a transformative effect, whether you cooperate or not. So, make it easier for yourself by cooperating. So, you have a tiger by the tail. He was, of course, very impressive for his style of speaking. He always spoke extemporaneously. As far as whenever I saw him, he never used notes or books. He would go straight to the microphone and speak. He had his posture itself would be inspiring. If he's standing, it would be straight, and if sometimes he'd sit on a table again with a straight back. That would also be interesting to see. His book that my first Vedanta book was by Swami Ramananda. It was called The Message of the Upanishads. And a very interesting exposition of the Isha, Kena, and Kara Upanishads. These were lectures that he had delivered at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, not in the Ramakrishna Mission. So this first book was not published by Ramakrishna Mission, and Ram and I read this book. And what was interesting was that he was explaining the Upanishads in a very dynamic way, in a sort of living way. And there was a theme running through all of his expositions, namely what he called the science of human possibilities. So this was a theme that he emphasized a lot. People talk about evolution of the human being, or evolution of species until we became human. But then what next? How is the human being evolving? And so what he said was, the next stage of our evolutionary process is spiritual. And in doing that, we are unfolding and manifesting our own inner possibility, our own spiritual nature. So he called it the science of human possibilities. And in that book, you'll see a lot of discussion with evolutionary thinkers, in particular Julian Huxley. Julian Huxley is important because his father or grandfather was Thomas Huxley, who was a contemporary of Darwin. And Thomas Huxley was an early supporter of Darwin's theory. And so Julian Huxley was his descendant. And so there's a lot of correspondence between Ramananda and Julian Huxley on this whole issue of evolution past the physical. And what does it mean to evolve on the spiritual plane? Story of Swami Ramananda is also very inspiring. I don't know how many know this, but he was a long time ago posted in Rangoon, in the Ramakrishna Mission in Rangoon. I believe it was during World War II, or maybe earlier than that, when Burma was attacked by the Japanese and there was a mass evacuation. And a lot of people, a lot of Indians went back to India, but there was very little transport available, so a large number of them had to walk. So Swami Ramananda said, if the poor people have to walk, I will also walk. And so he actually walked from Rangoon back to India, as Calcutta. But of course, his health was not such that he would be able to tolerate that kind of physical exertion. So he reached India nearly dead. And so the mission decided that he had to have time to recover. So they sent him to Kankal, near Hardwar, to the hospital there, and said that you should recover there. Now, the Kankal ashram itself is a very big story, and one that's sort of close to my heart, and I'm sure probably to many of you as well. Kankal ashrama was started by Swamis Kalyananda and Nischayanda, both disciples of Swami Vivekananda. You know, the book You Will Be Brahmams is published now. That story is known to many people. But Swami Vivekananda, when he initiated them, when they became monks, I believe it's Nischayanda who asked him, what can I do for you? He said, go to Kankal and start a hospital. Now we have to understand that neither Nischayanda nor Kalyananda were doctors. They had no medical background. So Swami Vivekananda is simply saying, look, I've been through that area. A lot of devotees go there, a lot of monks go there. They fall ill and there's no medical facility available. So go and do something for them. So they obeyed the instructions of their guru and went to Kankal with a small, tiny bit of money. I think the dispensary, if you can call it that at the beginning, was 2 huts. two huts. One was a hut where Nityananda lived, and the other was a hut where the patients would lie down. And the medicine he would give them at that time was water. That's how simply it started. But over a period of time, it slowly grew and became a major, first a dispensary, then a hospital. And in doing that, these two monks, Kalyananda and Nityananda, went through a lot of difficulty. Partly it was, of course, they're not doctors, they have to organize something. They don't have money, so they somehow have to get the funds to do this. But there was something, I think, that could have been potentially much more hurtful, namely the social stigma associated to monks doing social service. See, it was not done at that time. We were still living under the kind of Shankara kind of tradition of monasticism. And so these sadhus were called Bangi sadhus, sweeper sadhus, because they did the manual work, cleaning up after patients and helping them, whatever that had to be done to keep the patients healthy. So there was this social stigma. It took quite a long time before that social stigma was overcome. Now, that episode is worth reflecting on, because you have to understand that what Swami Vivekananda has essentially done has brought about a kind of revolution in the way we think of monasticism in the Indian context. You see, to say that now you're a monk, so you go quietly and you can read, you can live on whatever alms people give, you can study, you can meditate, and you can the work out there that was to purify you until you were qualified to enter this state, and now you don't need to worry about it. That was completely turned on its head by Swami Vivekananda. You know the story of how Sri Ramakrishna said those words about sort of worship of God in man, and Swami Vivekananda picked it up and said he's going to translate it into action. Indeed, he did that. And so that we shouldn't underestimate. It's a major revolution in the Indian spiritual life, a manifestation of organized Indian spiritual life. So then this hospital existed, and Swami Ranganathan was sent there. A young brahmachari was assigned to take care of him. The brahmachari's name was Narayan Maharaj. And so Narayan Maharaj used to attend to him very, very carefully, because he was considered a great scholar. Swami Ranganathan was already by that time known as a great scholar, a jewel of the mission. And so this Narayan Maharaj served him as best as he could. And then when they were done with that, they would sit and talk for hours. They would talk and talk with Vedanta. And so a close bond was established between the two of them. They became very close friends. So as Swami Ranganathan recovered his health, he received a message that he was supposed to go and take charge of the center in Karachi. This is pre-partition. So he's supposed to take charge of the center in Karachi. So he responded by saying, if this boy comes with me, I'll go. This boy being Narayan Maharaj. So that was an agreement, and he went. In Karachi, it's interesting that it's a very, very disciplined life there. Classes would start at 5 a.m. Swami Ranganathan would have a class on the Purusha at 5 a.m. So it was a sort of, I think, while things were going well, it was an amazing environment to practice spiritual life. Now that Narayan Maharaj, that I keep mentioning, actually became Swami. His name was Swami Sarvadatanda. And Swami Sarvadatanda was a very, very interesting person, a very inspiring person, but a very interesting person. I think the most important thing that stands out about him is that he really emphasized two things. Firstly, be serious about your spiritual life and think for yourself, even about foundational things. Dare to think for yourself. And second thing is, whatever your concept of spiritual life may be, it has to take into account and be consistent with what's happening around us. In particular, loving and serving people has to be a part of your spiritual life. So these are two things that he emphasized a lot. But he also was very clear that if you want to live a spiritual life, You see, you got to learn from the great exemplars of the past. So his teaching was always phrased in terms of the great spiritual souls of the past. So, for example, from Buddha, he would often quote the story that Ananda, his disciple, came to him and asked him. Buddha was supposed to go. Buddha was constantly traveling. In order to keep the organization, the movement healthy, he had to travel from monastery to monastery and talk to people, help them. It reminds me a little bit of the role Swami Brahmananda was playing at the beginning of the Ramakrishna mission. You see, all these monasteries were spread out all over the place, and they would have their issues. But Buddha would be constantly traveling from one center to another and talking to them. By his mere presence, in fact, sometimes he would simply solve their issues. So Buddha was supposed to leave, and then Ananda asked him, Master, when you are with us, spiritual life is so clear and focused for us. But in your absence, how should we guide ourselves? When you're not with us, how should we guide ourselves? So Buddha said, Ananda, two things. You think, put a picture of me and meditate on me. That's not what he said. He said, Ananda, two things. Be alert and be mindful. That's it. You want to guide yourself, your own life, in a proper way? Be alert, be mindful. So Swami would repeat this many times. Be alert and be mindful. Then from Christ, he often quoted many stories. One in particular was this advice near the end of his life when he was washing the feet of the disciples, and people asked, there was a conversation that then he said, look, as I loved you, love one another. As I served you, serve one another. And he showed that by his example. So Swami would repeat this many times. As I loved you, love one another. As I served you, serve one another. In other words, the great souls show us by example, but it's not just to see and forget, it's to try to emulate, to incorporate in our life. Then from the teachings of Muhammad, he used to tell a story. You see, when the time that he was in Karachi, there's an interesting story about that. When he was in Karachi, during one of the times that he went to see his teacher, Swami Akhandananda, Swami Akhandananda told him, make a proper study of the scriptures of the law. And so Swami Sarvabhauma took it seriously, and he was studying the Quran when he was in Karachi. And he made lots of beautiful notes, it seems. All of those notes were lost and destroyed, but anyway, he made a lot of notes. And in that process, he remembered a lot of things about Muhammad. So one story he used to tell was that Muhammad would try to avoid conflict. But the Arabia of that time was steeped in conflict. And so there was one incident where he's chased by somebody and cornered, and the person put a sword to Muhammad's throat and said, now who's going to save you? And Muhammad said at that moment, Allah. But he said it in such a way that the person holding the sword was startled, and he dropped the sword. So Muhammad then picked up the sword and then put it at the throat of the other person. Now who's going to save you? And that person said, nobody. He said, then learn to be merciful. Give him the sword back and learn to be merciful. So that's a story that Swami told us many times. Muhammad himself had such firm conviction in the truth and the presence of Allah that he could say it, and when he said it, people believed it. When he said Allah, that person must have felt something that he so startled that he dropped the sword. And then Muhammad tells him further, now keep that in mind and learn to be merciful. Another story he used to tell us is that Muhammad would say, when people asked him, where is Allah? Now Allah is closer to me than the vein in my neck. And he used to point like this. He's closer to me than the very vein in my neck. So Muhammad had that feeling of the proximity of Allah at all times. So he told us these stories. From Krishna he told us, Krishna he talked about it a lot, actually. But of all the verses in the Gita, There's one that he used to tell us often, repeat often. By the way, there's a slight interlude here. When he was in Kankal, there was a Swami who came to visit them, a senior Swami, and he asked him, will you please teach us the Gita? And the Swami said, yes, provided you memorize one verse each class, each day. Memorize one verse each day, yes, I'll take the class. So he did that. And then he used to say in the class that, you should distill what the Gita is saying. And so I've composed a Lagu Gita, something like 200 verses. And then Swami Sarvatamda, see, when he was young, probably I guess even later, he was pretty blunt. He could be very blunt. So he said, 200, where did you get 200 verses from? There are only 80 verses worth reading. So he had also done that exercise and convinced it. The point is that anybody who's serious about studying will do that exercise. Will pick out the verses that are meaningful to them. And it's not going to be the whole of the Gita at one time. But anyway, he picked out one especially. It's the 30th verse, I believe, in chapter 3. Mai sarvani karmani samyasya anjatma chittasa nirasya nirmamam bhutva yajasva. So it means to Mai sarvani karmani samyasya, surrender all to me, surrender all works. With adhyatma, with a spiritual attitude and calm mind. Without too much egoism or without too much greed. And without mental fever, fight. Fight means engage in your work, whatever work you have to do. So he used to tell this, that this is actually a combination of all 4 yogas in this verse. This verse he used to repeat many times. About Socrates, from Socrates, he would quote then this appears in one of the conversations with Crito. Many of the conversations, dialogues of Socrates, we get through Plato. They named different things according to who he was talking to. So with Crito, he was talking about this, that after they had a conversation where Socrates says he's neither body nor mind, Crito then asks, after you drink the hemlock, where should we bury you? And Socrates gets annoyed and said, if you can catch me, you can bury me. But you can't catch me because I'm not the body or mind. And so I used to repeat that. From Vivekananda, there's Vivekananda, like 9 volumes of Vivekananda, at that time there were only 8, but he extracted one theme that he told us to try to focus on. Religion is a science of the spirit. Religion is a science of the spirit. Approach it like that. You're trying to understand, you're trying to learn, you're trying to discover what? Nothing material, nothing intellectual, but what is the spirit? And approach it as a science. In fact, he went further to say it's more scientific than science because the mandate is from within. You see, you could study external nature and you say, why are you studying it? You say, because, it's very interesting. But here, the mandate, it's me. Study the spirit because it's me. So your essential nature. So the mandate is from within. From Sri Ramakrishna, he told us, again, see, we have such a wealth of ideas to choose from, but the one he told us repeatedly was that you can approach God through any name and form. But as you move forward, names and forms drop away and light remains. Name and forms drop away and light remains. That he would repeat a lot. From Holy Mother, he used to say, and he used to practice and make us practice this idea that nobody is a stranger. So you think that he would say, don't find fault with everyone. That's the one that's most often quoted. But actually, the one he quoted most was, no one is a stranger. Make everyone your own. So in the center, it is always very inclusive. In fact, on Sundays after the lecture, when there would be lunch, he wouldn't start until every single person was served. So we would, that would mean people who are working in serving would work even harder because they know he's waiting until everybody gets served. So that his idea was that until everybody is ready to eat, he's not going to eat. That's just a simple, small manifestation of make everybody your own, no one is a stranger. The prayer that we say here at mealtime, bless us, make us pure in all loving, that was composed by him. And there's a long story about how he made that prayer. It has to do with his interaction with people at MIT. From the Vedas, he told us the verse that he liked the most was the unity prayer, the last one in the Rig Veda. Let us be united. Let us speak in harmony. Let our minds apprehend alike. Common be our goals. Common be the goal of our assembly. United be our hearts. United be our thoughts. Perfect be our unity. So this is the verse from the Rig Veda that he used to tell us of God. About God, he used to say, God, he said, is an acronym. G-O-D. It stands for the ground of our dwelling. In other words, it's the fundamental substratum of our being. And he used to say, if you have a city, you have all sorts of structures that are built on that city, but what is the city? It's the ground underneath. So similarly, God is the substratum of our being. Moreover, that substratum, which is universal, is also the same that manifests within us as spirit. And the nature of that spirit is consciousness and love. I think this is original with him. You see, usually you will see the translation knowledge and bliss. But he used to say it's not knowledge and bliss. There's something more fundamental. Is Sat is being. That's it. Sat is being, is a noun. Not an adjective. It's a noun. And the nature of that being is consciousness and love. I was making a point the other day of explaining the difference between bliss and love. You see, bliss you can enjoy by yourself. You can be quiet. You can be blissful. Love doesn't allow you to be quiet. It pushes you forward. It forces you to act. So, and we find this in the great spiritual souls of the world that are born with a love for all beings, all humanity, all life. They acted in that light. So that's an interesting idea. I can say much more about Kansaratha, in fact, but let's move on to the next Swami, and that is Swami Pramadhananda. Of course, Swami Pramadhananda was our first formal Swami after we became affiliated to the Ramakrishna mission. That affiliation itself is a big story. It's a huge amount of effort by devotees for whom all of us should be very, very grateful, because it's not a trivial matter at all. Swami Pramadhananda came to us from Sacramento, and before that, in India, he was assistant to several presidents. In fact, he physically resembled Swami Virishwananda, I believe. Some of us made that comment of, he felt very uncomfortable when we would say that, because he'd say, oh, you're comparing me to a great soul. But actually, he did look like that. But the upshot of his having assistants or presidents is he is a very methodical person, very methodical, very meticulous about everything. He had a regular timetable. At 9 o'clock, you'll see him at his desk. That's it. And he'll be constantly on the phone, talking to devotees, constantly writing letters. He used to write a lot of letters, because he'd always be concerned about families and the children, what was happening to them. So he'd be in touch with all the people. Letters, he wrote lots and lots of letters to people, so much so that pen became an important attribute of his. Near the end, when he lost his voice, he used to communicate with us for a while through the pen. He used to write things out. After that also became possible. But at one point, when he wasn't communicating, somebody, but he was still holding the pen, somebody had the bright idea, okay, maybe he doesn't need the pen, and they tried to remove the pen. He wouldn't let it go. He wouldn't let it go. So that was something very important there in the way he communicated, that we have to think about. He also, like Swami Bhashananda, he encouraged everybody, in a way that is appropriate for them, but in a way that they themselves may not understand. If you come to shrine time, if you sit for meditation with him, guaranteed he's going to ask you to do something. He's going to ask you to sing. If you can sing. If you can read. If you can chant, but you must do something to make you a part of that shrine thing. So many of us felt this, that he had eye on everybody, an ability to know what their particular leanings were and try to encourage them in that way. I think his most important legacy, though, is the Vijay Mandir, that he started in 2003. It's actually 15 years old now, but we still have a lot of work to do there to make it a success. Vijay Mandir, you see, it comes, I think, from the time that he was headmaster at Purulia. Purulia was one of the famous schools of the Ramakrishna Mission. But Swami Pramadananda was known as a sort of firefighter. When there were problems, he'd be sent there. So there was a problem at the Purulia school, and he was sent there. And Swami Hiranmayananda, I believe, was head of the center at that time. And when Swami Pramadananda arrived, he told him, "We have a problem with the school. Students are cheating openly." And this is we started this under Swami Vivekananda's idea of man-making education. What's going to happen? We have to do something about it. And a very beautiful story of how Swami Pramadananda turned that around very quickly. So much so that within a period of time, students didn't need proctors to write their exams. Nobody would cheat. And you could leave the room without a proctor and they would monitor themselves. So that was quite a transformation he brought about. But you could see that the dedication to education was in him, very deeply in him. And so when he told us near the end of his life that he wanted a school to be established here, we have to take it very seriously. We have to take it as maybe one of the most important challenges that this society really needs to embrace and implement. Now we're running out of time. There are a couple of other Swamis that I can say briefly. Swami Prabhupada was very important from San Francisco, Swami Adisaranda from New York, Swami Lokeshwaranda from the Institute of Culture. All of these people had different approaches, and all of them inspired us in different ways. I might mention something about Swami Lokeshwaranda, since the reading today was from his book, which I believe is his translation of the Kalam. He was also a person who was always smiling. In fact, we were at one retreat, and everybody was making appointments to see him and asking questions. I didn't have anything to ask. So I thought, no, you got to go and see the Swami's here. So I made an appointment. And he said, okay, so what do you want to ask? I said, I noticed you're always smiling. I think you must be experiencing some inner bliss, like it says in the Gita. He whose joy is within, whose happiness is within. And he started laughing even more. And then we had a nice discussion about inner bliss and how that manifests. But anyway, he's always smiling. He had a lot of faith in people. And there's some generation of devotees who aren't here now, but we'll tell you, see, we're going through some really difficult times. Really difficult times. I think, I don't know all the details, but I think involving substance abuse maybe. But Lokeshwaranda, throughout that, told them, never tell yourself you're hopeless. Never tell yourself you're a sinner, actually. So don't call yourself a sinner. That you are a jewel. He used that word, you're a jewel. That light of spirit is within you. And so never give up on that. And that actually transformed some people who were in a difficult situation. So, and the other Swamis also, I can tell you more about them, but the point is, all of them, by their presence, transformed lives, transformed families, helped them to grow in their spiritual life. So, you see, it's one thing to say, this is how you meditate, you close your eyes and repeat your mantra. It's another thing to take up the challenges of life and say, with this wisdom, this perspective that our spiritual training gives us, how can you make life itself become heaven? How can you transform it? Wherever you are, wherever you're struggling. That is the special contribution of all these Swamis. Swami Sarvatananda also, by the way, used to say, no case is hopeless and never is it too late. No case is hopeless, never is it too late. So he wouldn't take as an answer anybody saying, it's hopeless, I can't do this. That's simply not on. Okay, in the final minutes then, it brings me to Swami Kripamananda. And if he was here, he'd really impress me if I started to say anything about him. So I'll be brief. The point is that it's a great blessing to us to have Swami Trivomananda here. In many ways that is so obvious that maybe I don't even need to spell it out. But you see, the point is, you talk to any Swami in the Ramakrishna mission who knows him, they'll say everybody says the same thing. He doesn't have an ego. Just tell you that's noticeable. Of course, all of us have noticed it too. Why is that important? You see, again, it's one thing to speak about spiritual ideas. You have to go beyond the ego. It's something else to manifest it. You need to see an example. So in that interaction, we are tremendously benefited, not only because he makes us feel good, or he takes care of our problems, or when we tell him all the things that are bothering us, he tells us what to do, or because he gives us samosa. It's not like that. It's because he's inspiring us to tell us what is possible, what is real. The shaping of the human character is the greatest challenge in front of us. And so when you see these great souls, that's what you get out of it. It helps you see an example, it inspires you, say, I can do it too, and it also tells you how you could do it and move forward on the spiritual path. So these are some of the brief reflections on our guiding lights. And I repeat what I said at the beginning, that you should all do this exercise for yourself. You should take up a notebook and reflect on all the Swamis. Actually, not only the Swamis, many devotees have inspired us too. Devotees inspire each other. And so you should reflect on that and see, and make it personal. How does it affect you? How did it shape your life? How did it help your life? And those things would be very valuable stimulus for your own spiritual life. Good.